For anyone who hasn't noticed, super fight season has made a triumphant return.
What a shot!
But this fight, it stands alone. Two of the greatest boxers alive facing off in their primes. Who wins? Not even Vegas can predict.
Is there a fighter in the world that can beat Bud Crawford? I ain't came across him yet. Everything happened for a reason, and I truly and firmly believe the reason for me to be in this situation right now is to become 3-time undisputed champion of the world.
I'm here in boxing to make history, and winning for me means a lot in this fight because he's one of the best in the last 15 years. He accomplished a lot, and I accomplished a lot, and I think it's a perfect match.
I was excited, but I wasn't like, oh, I beat Spence, It was something that I already knew was gonna happen. I just needed the opportunity to show everyone.
He is willing to take a risk. This is literally uncharted territories for Terence Crawford.
I don't care. He can weigh 200. That's gonna be bad on him.
Don't let anyone tell you that the weight doesn't matter. It makes this a monumental accomplishment for Crawford.
Putting on muscle don't actually mean that you're gonna be slower, but you punch a little harder.
But I think you gotta lean more towards Canelo, because like I said before, he been pitting big guys out and down, and Canelo not even really a 68 pounder. He probably really should be at 60 maybe, and he been hurting these guys. I think he be dropping these guys and things like that. So, and them guys be way bigger than him come fight night. I know that for sure. They be probably close to 200 pounds, and he dropping those guys like that.
How do you see this fight with Canelo going or ending?
I'm definitely gonna win the fight for sure, but I think it's gonna be a tough fight. I think he's gonna bring the best out of me. I'm gonna bring the best out of him, and it's going to be an exciting fight.
Boxing pros have given a final warning to Terence Crawford not to fight Canelo Alvarez, but Crawford thinks otherwise. On the other hand, Ronnie Shields said Bud Crawford will win. He feels Crawford has matured, looks better in training, and is mentally strong. Shields thinks Canelo is aging and noticed decline in his fight against William Skull. He said Crawford's speed, not strength, will trouble Canelo. If Crawford wins, Shields believes it will be a top 10 all-time victory.
My answer has been Bud Crawford.
Okay.
And I just see Bud is maturing into the fighter that he wants to be. And he's doing it for himself, not for anybody else. And so that means, I watched little clips of him training and doing different things, and I can see a big difference in Bud right now. Bud is mentally strong. And, Canelo is getting older.
Right.
And when he fought William School in his last fight, I saw a big difference in Canelo. But I think Bud is going to be faster and, not stronger, but he's going to use his speed that's going to throw Canelo off. And I really and truly believe Bud Crawford is going to win this fight. Well, I think it definitely ranks in the top 10 of the all great wins. That's for sure.
Moreover, Bruce Carrington also said he picks Crawford to win against Canelo, calling it a great fight despite liking Canelo as well. He admitted size and power favor Canelo, but believes Crawford's skill, ring IQ, and footwork can overcome that. Carrington thinks Crawford has what it takes to pull off the upset.
It's approaching. Everyone's talking about it. Canelo versus Crawford. How do you see this fight going?
Crawford all the way. Hey, listen, it's going to be a good fight, though. It's going to be a great fight. I love Canelo Alvarez. He's also one of my favorite fighters to watch as well. But Crawford, I feel like he has what it takes to bring the upset. I really do. Granted, the size is a big issue, but and the power. But I feel like Crawford, he has the skill, he has the IQ, and the footwork to get away with it, for sure.
Do you see that fight going to the decisions, though, or knockout?
Yeah, I see it going to decision, for sure.
However, Jaron Boots Ennis said he leans more toward Canelo because Canelo has been stopping bigger opponents, even though he is not a true 168-pounder and could really fight at 160. Ennis noted that many of Canelo's opponents come in close to 200 pounds on fight night, yet Canelo still drops them. He expects it to be a great fight and believes the fans want to see it it happen.
But I think you gotta lean more towards Canelo, because like I said before, he been pitting big guys out and down, and Canelo not even really a 68 pounder. He probably really should be at 60 maybe, and he been hurting these guys. I think he be dropping these guys and things like that. So, and them guys be way bigger than him come fight night. I know that for sure. They be probably close to 200 pounds, and he dropping those guys like that. So I don't know. It's gonna be a great fight. The fans want to see it. So, so be it.
Furthermore, Terence Crawford said he is confident he will win against Canelo Alvarez, though he expects it to be a tough and exciting fight where both bring out the best in each other. He explained there is no bad blood, just business, as he wants Canelo's belts and the undisputed title. Crawford called it the biggest fight in boxing, saying no other matchup today is on the same level.
This is the biggest fight in boxing. The biggest fight in boxing.
How do you see this fight with Canelo going or ending?
I'm definitely going to win the fight, for sure. But I think it's going to be a tough fight. I think he's going to bring the best out of me. I'm going to bring the best out of him, and it's going to be an exciting fight.
You guys have any bad blood at all, or is it all business?
It's just business. I want what he got. And that's them belts, and that's that undisputed title. And that's it. It ain't personal. It's just, he got something that I want.
After this, this is so big. Does it get bigger than this?
Not at all. This is the biggest fight in boxing. The biggest fight in boxing. No other fight in boxing today is on the level of Terence Crawford and Canelo Alvarez.
Andre Ward said fighting bigger men is risky because even blocked punches drain energy, as their size and strength can hurt through arms and shoulders. He explained that his success against them came from not fearing larger opponents, having strong stamina, being physically stronger than he looks, hitting hard enough to gain respect, and constantly applying pressure until the bigger fighter wears down, which has worked for him in the Olympics and sparring sessions.
Now, that's a bigger risk. You get hit on the shoulder, ooh, that. And it drains you. You get
like
hit
a little energy bar.
Yeah. You get hit with it. I done been in there with heavyweights, and in this ring, you can block 3 punches. Boom, 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 bam. You gotta get yourself together. He ain't even laying clean, but he's such a big, strong man that you feel it. Boom, my elbow. Boom, he half caught me on my liver, half caught me on my elbow. Man, you gotta deal with that. You got to deal with that. So, but what works for me is the fact that I'm not afraid of a bigger man. My stamina, I'm physically stronger than what meets the eye, and I'm hitting hard enough to get respect. And then I just keep coming, and then you start to see like we're even. Then the big guy starts to wear down. That's what's always benefiting me in the Olympics. Sparring sessions.
Showbiz the Adult said he is rooting for Crawford and hopes to witness something historic, asking if Crawford could be that extraordinary to do what even Sugar Ray Leonard did not. He mentioned Leonard moved from welterweight to 160 at a younger age, and that his fight with Marvin Hagler ended in a controversial split decision, which he felt Hagler won. He noted Canelo fights only twice a year, while Crawford stays sharp with more activity, but believes the road ends here for Crawford.
I'm rooting for Crawford. I want to see something great. And what if Crawford is that magical? What if he's a unicorn? Not even Sugar Ray Leonard did this. Sugar went from welterweight to 160. He definitely wasn't 38. And Hagler wasn't younger than him by 4 years. Not even Sugar did. And what Sugar did was insane. And that fight was a split decision. We still don't know. I think Hagler won. I think Hagler got robbed. How did we all forget about the Madrimov fight? And what's getting me is Canelo fights twice a year. He's at least twice a year. That dude done fought 4 times a year, 3 times. This guy is fighting all the time, staying sharp. With 5 more fights on His Excellency Turki Al-Sheikh's contract. The road stops here for Bud.
Sebastian Fundora expressed that Canelo Alvarez's choice to include Jaron Ennis in his training team made sense since Ennis can fight effectively from both stances, similar to Terence Crawford. Still, he implied that Canelo likely could have managed without bringing him in, and hinted that the move might have been done partly to create buzz. Fundora recognized Ennis as an impressive talent at welterweight, but stressed that moving up to junior middleweight is another challenge altogether, saying that he competes there himself and is interested in finding out how Ennis performs at that level.
What about Ennis? He's the new addition to 154. He's yet to fight there. Canelo brought him in camp specifically because he's a switch hitter like Terence Crawford. What do you make of Ennis just not being in your division and then him contributing to Canelo's camp heading into this fight? Is that a good move?
I think it's good for Canelo's camp to have a fighter like Ennis, because yeah, he likes to switch right-handed southpaw. I think Canelo probably didn't need that, but you know, the fact that Ennis went might cause a little bit drama. I think he did for a dramatic effect, but you know, great fighter at 147, but 154 is a different division. They have me in there, so we'll see what he could do.
Robert Garcia explained that based on size and strength, Canelo Alvarez should have the edge, as clean punches from him could hurt Terence Crawford, especially with this being Crawford's first true challenge in that division after just one fight at 154, where he did not look great. He pointed out the risk Crawford is taking by moving up 2 weight classes, leaving uncertainty about how he will handle it.
On paper, Canelo should win. Canelo's bigger and stronger, and if Canelo lands good punches, I think Canelo could hurt Crawford. Crawford's, you know, first time in that division and jumping 2 divisions where he only had one fight at 154 and didn't look his best either. So there's a lot of questions, you know, about that, and that's why a lot of people think Canelo is going to knock out Crawford.
Even so, Garcia said Crawford does have a real shot to win. He highlighted Crawford's skill, speed, and high fight IQ, saying that with the right game plan, Crawford could box smartly, stay mobile, and win on points by landing combinations. Garcia added he would not put money on Crawford because of Canelo's physical advantages, but if Canelo performs as he has recently, being flat-footed and throwing single punches, Crawford could take advantage and score an upset.
I'm probably one of the only ones that I do give Crawford a chance. Yeah. I think Crawford could pull it off. Crawford is very talented. He's very fast. He's very smart in the ring. So I think a perfect fight, Crawford could pull off a decision.
Okay.
I think he could win a decision. I don't pick him. You know, I wouldn't put my money on him winning because it's a very dangerous, risky fight, especially with Canelo being so strong. But Canelo's last few performances, he's looked slow, flat-footed, looking for one punch at a time. And if that's the Canelo that fights Crawford, Crawford could win a decision. Crawford could outbox him, could outsmart him, could land 3-4 punch combinations and move and win a decision. So do I give Crawford a chance? 100% think Crawford could pull it off. Would I put my money on it? Probably not, but I do give him a chance.
Virgil Ortiz Jr. said he favors Canelo Alvarez, expecting a close contest, but believing Canelo is the one who should win. However, he noted he is not fully dismissing Crawford's chances.
Yeah, I back him. I think it's going to be a competitive fight, though. I just think that Canelo, he's supposed to win. I think he should win. But I'm not counting Crawford out. Yeah, I just think that's how it should go.
Al Bernstein said he is unsure who will win between Canelo Alvarez and Terence Crawford, calling it the kind of fight where either man could realistically come out on top. He acknowledged the valid points for both sides and believes each has a genuine chance to win.
Anybody that picks anybody, I was in the 7-Eleven, or I don't know, one of the gas stations getting gas the other day, and some guy recognized me and said, you know, was talking, and he said, you know, so what's going to happen to Canelo and Crawford? I said, honestly, I don't know. He said, no, you have to know.
Yeah, you got to know, because when we ask you, you got to give an answer, though.
And honestly, it's one of those fights where I could easily see either man winning this fight.
Yeah.
You know, I get the arguments for Crawford. I get the arguments for Canelo Alvarez. Yeah. And either one of them might get the job done.
David Benavidez stated that Terence "Bud" Crawford absolutely possesses an opportunity to succeed against Canelo Alvarez. He explained that if there is any fighter capable of defeating Canelo, it could be Crawford because of his tactical intelligence in the ring and his seasoned background, which may help him manage the bout effectively. Nonetheless, he stressed that Crawford is advancing 2 divisions higher after only recently entering 154 pounds, so it is still uncertain how he will cope with that kind of jump.
David, does Bud have a chance against Canelo?
I think he does, bro. I think if anybody could beat Canelo, I think Bud, his IQ and his experience will definitely help him through. It's just that, you know what I mean? He's going up 2 other weight classes when he had just went up to 154, so we'll see what happens.
In addition, Teddy Atlas expressed his support for Terence Crawford as well, saying that the scheduled clash on September 13th brings back memories of when Manny Pacquiao faced Oscar De La Hoya. He mentioned that he has made this comparison in the past and received a pushback for it. Despite Canelo Alvarez's most recent outing, Atlas said his confidence in Crawford has stayed the same as before, and he continues to stand by him.
September 13th, this is gonna be different for you.
I think I said this before people killed me. I said that this reminds me, and it could be like Pacquiao when he fought De La Hoya. So at the end of the day, looking forward off of the last fight with Canelo, I like Crawford every bit as much as I did before that Canelo fight. I like Crawford then, I like him now.
Shakur Stevenson remembered thinking about this possible matchup between Terence Crawford and Canelo Alvarez back when Crawford fought Sean Porter. He mentioned there is an old clip where he said he believed Crawford could beat Canelo right after that fight ended. Stevenson said he had this thought well before Crawford ever spoke about it in public.
I ain't gonna lie, I've been putting it out since, I want to say, when he fought Sean Porter. Like back then, if you go watch, it's an interview out there. I had said I think that Terence Crawford would beat Canelo Alvarez right after he fought Sean Porter. So the idea, I've been thinking about it. I've been saying it before Bud even was saying it.
Shakur Stevenson later said this is the right fight because he views Terence Crawford as the best in his weight class. He believed Crawford's style in the ring would work well against what Canelo offers. Even before Dimitri Bivol gave Canelo a loss, Stevenson felt Crawford was the only one with the right skills and plan to overcome him.
Because I just knew, like, as far as in that weight class, Terence Crawford is like the greatest. So I just feel as though with Canelo's style and like the style of boxing that he got, I think and this is before Bivol did it, but I thought like Terence Crawford was the only guy who I felt as though could have beat Canelo with his style.
Errol Spence Jr. said that if Crawford wants to test himself at the highest level and chase lasting greatness, he fully supports that choice. He said there is no reason to talk Crawford out of it if that is what he wants. Spence admitted he is not certain how it will end, but he will back Crawford. He explained that if anyone can handle the task, it would be Crawford, and he pointed out that Canelo once stepped up to light heavyweight to face bigger fighters, showing such moves can be made, so there is no reason Crawford cannot do the same.
I mean, it could happen. I mean, why not? If Crawford want to challenge himself to be great, let him try to be great, you know. So, you know what I'm saying? I'm with it. So, you know, I'll be going for Bud. You know, if he fight Canelo, I'll be going for him. I mean, I don't know if he gonna win or lose, but I definitely be going for Crawford. I think if anybody can pull it off, he can pull it off. He's chasing greatness, so why not? Canelo came up to 175 and all that, and fought Kovalev and fought the other guy too. So I mean, if he can do it, he started at 147. So I mean, if he's doing it, why can't Crawford do it?
Sean Porter said the early rounds could bring plenty of excitement because they suit both fighters' tendencies. He noted this is the kind of fight Canelo likes, where he stays composed even if his early punches do not land clean, trusting his patience to work later. Porter also mentioned that Crawford does not move so far back that Canelo cannot close in, which in his view makes the matchup even more interesting.
You know, this fight in a lot of ways early on could be a very interesting fight because it's one that like works in the rhythm of both guys, because this is what Canelo does and what he likes to do, and I'm okay if I'm only getting elbows, and I'm okay if I'm swinging and I'm missing, because I'm gonna catch up to you eventually, you know. Bud is not gonna move so far out of the way that he can't do it, you know?
Chris Algieri said this fight is not the best matchup. Even with all the hype surrounding it, he thinks there are many better bouts to make, especially those featuring Naoya Inoue. He mentioned that most fans look at famous names instead of real talent or proper weight divisions. Algieri reminded people that Terence Crawford is 38, Canelo Alvarez is 35. Both looked unimpressive in their last outings. There is still a 3-weight class difference between them, and Crawford has not fought in over a year.
Man, I can't wait for this fight. This is the best matchup that can be made. And I'm like, no, it's not. It's certainly not. Definitely not. Definitely not the best fight that can be made right now. I can think of a dozen fights that I would rather see And a lot of them include Inoue against a bunch of different guys that I would rather see over this fight. But casual fans don't care that much about 122-pound guys who fight across the world in Japan. They care about big names and characters. But at the end of the day, when you look at this on paper, Crawford's 38, Canelo's 35. Neither looked very impressive in their last fight. They're still 3 weight classes apart. That has not changed, because, you know, and Crawford hasn't fought in a year plus. And yeah, I mean, there's a lot of poo-pooing of this on paper.
Amir Khan said that even though Terence Crawford has great skill and strong punching power, beating someone like Canelo Alvarez takes more than that. He explained that Canelo has improved his technique a lot since they last crossed paths, becoming sharper and more disciplined. Khan mentioned Canelo's strong performances against fighters like Dimitri Bivol and Jaime Munguia as proof that he is still a real threat, even if some people believe his prime is over. According to Khan, Canelo is still a tough competitor who would be a serious challenge for anyone, including Crawford.
Size, bro, remember, like, Crawford then is a big boy as well. Crawford's a big guy when it comes to weight. A box fight, yeah. What do you think? I think Crawford, in my opinion, but size might matter. But then again, I think since when I fought Canelo's become a better boxer. He started boxing more better. You know what I mean? Technical more. Especially against the last fight against Mangui, he boxed really well as well, and he's looking really good. He's still, a lot of people might say, oh, he's getting old, this, that, another, but no, Canelo's still a beast.
That's it for today's video. So what are your thoughts on this? What do you think about the fight between Crawford and Canelo? We would love to hear your thoughts on this matchup. So share your thoughts in the comment section, and make sure to subscribe and like if you enjoyed the video. Also check out our other videos on the screen right now.